All right, everyone, welcome back. I was perusing the Robinhood app here a couple minutes ago, and I run across this on their IPO access. They got two new IPOs they're going to try to give to us regular investors. So here's what they got listed. They got listed a company called Clear Secure. The symbol is YOU. You know Clear Secure. Okay, so that's their ticker symbol. And then they got this one down here. Duolingo is going to be IPOing, and they're going to supposedly give us access to the IPO. Well, the Clear Secure kind of threw me off, but the Duolingo definitely didn't. The Duolingo, what that is this app right here. It is the language learning app. So you just go on there, pick a language. They offer I think they said close to like 30, 38 different languages they offer for you to learn. But anyhow, long story short, they're going on an IPO and they don't have the current list date or anything like that. So let's look into these two. Let's go ahead and pull them up. Exit. It's going to be stubborn for a minute, so come on, load. Okay, there we go. So this right here is the IPO page for Clear Secure. Now, what Clear Secure is, what I read, I kind of browsed through the prospectus a little bit, but basically they're a biometric security firm, and they just do like clearance and stuff for airport security. It basically allows you to get checked in and stuff a lot easier than going through, say, for example, TSA. So that's kind of what they do. They do security for airports. They've branched off into like bigger stadiums, and they've also branched off into healthcare somehow. Basically, has to deal with like if certain places are like, well, you need to have a vaccine, show that you've had a vaccine before we'll let you in. This company, Clear Secure, has basically allowed you to upload your information to their system, and then you can just scan the system, and it shows that you have basically got your vaccine. But that is what Clear Secure is. It's a biometric security firm, basically. And they're going to be listing between $27 and $30 per share. And then you can go on here, look at their prospectus, which I'll pull that up in just a second. And then their expected IPO date is the first of July. So they're coming up pretty quick. And it says right here in the about, let's click on this. Okay. Clear was launched in 2010 to create a frictionless travel experience while enhancing homeland security. Which uses biometrics, basically fingerprints, and they can do a face and eye scan. And then you use this or whatever, and they can get you through airports quicker and ID you without as much hassle as like going through TSA. So they're just basically trying to speed up the identification process. And it says right here they have an access to a nationwide network of 38 airports, 27 sports venues, and 66 health pass enabled partners. I don't fully understand the health pass partners. I got question marks about that. But that's kind of what they do. They're in the biometric securities deal. Let's take a look at their prospectus right quick. Okay, so now we got their prospectus pulled up, and as you can see, their prospectus was thrown together. But basically, just let me scroll back up to the top. I was looking through it earlier. Okay, so here's their prospectus. If any of y'all want to actually take a look into it, read through this whole thing, and if you don't understand it, Google some of it. But just look through this prospectus. But basically, they're going to be releasing 13,200,000 shares at roughly $27 to $30 a share. So you can calculate that out pretty easy to approximate the market cap for this. And I don't have my calculator with me, but it's I think it's around like a $4 billion valuation or something like that. Don't quote me on the numbers there. But anyhow, they're wanting to release to the public 13,200,000 shares, roughly. Okay, and let's see if I can find it. This right here is just CEO speak. We're gonna make our company look as good as we possibly can. That way, you'll throw tons of money at us. So yeah, read through this and be as skeptical as possible because it's just CEO bullshit. But anyhow, we go down here, and now we're getting into some more of the meat and potatoes, the prospectus summary and stuff like that. We got to scroll through all this. Again, I encourage y'all to actually sit down and read through this if you even think about putting your money in this. Okay, we are clear. Right here. They currently have about 5.6 million enrollments, 61 million platform uses, and 38 airport locations. So, I mean, they've got quite a few users. So, that's interesting. And to my understanding, the the fee for this is right around $170 to $200 a year is the fee to basically use this program, and it's mainly not really used so much, to my understanding, by individuals just wanting to take one or two flights. It's used by people in business that fly all the time. So, I mean, if you're flying all the time, it kind of makes a little bit more sense than if you're just flying once or twice. But right here, they're saying they're in the aviation industry. They allow you to get through the airport faster than going through TSA. So, supposedly they have a relationship with United Airlines, but I haven't seen a whole lot on that other than they just briefly mentioned right here by the CEO of United. So, I mean, it's okay, be skeptical about that. Then they're into the hospitality and events. So, like a concert or something like that, they use their services in the context of something like that. And healthcare. This is the part that I'm really huh? Is supposedly they're using their biometric stuff in the healthcare industry, which is interesting, but it's are you using it in the employee side, or are you using it in the more the patient side? So it makes me wonder. But and then sports and entertainment. I mentioned this one earlier, massive football stadiums and stuff. Wrigley Field's not a football stadium, but I'm not a sports guy, so there you go. But point being, big football stadiums and major events like singing, like concerts, that kind of thing, they have people that want to use their services. Let's scroll on down. This is their prospectus summary. They just basically tell you what they are, what they want to do, where they want to go, and how their business is going. Okay, I think I found it right here. Okay. The, this company, Clear Secure, incurred a net loss of $54.2 million in 2019, and then in 2020 they incurred a net loss of 9.3 million for 2020. Their revenues right here, their revenues increased 20% from 192.3 million in 2019 to their revenue jumped to 230.8 million in 2020. So the revenue increased quite a bit by 20%, and then their net losses dropped way down. Their net losses dropped by a lot. So again, they're IPOing, still making losses, but their losses has dropped off way significantly. So if they can get another year of their losses dropping like how they did, then they're going to be making net profits. So that's not bad. Again, still though, they're making losses. So it's like, but, and then it just goes on and they keep explaining kind of what they are and stuff. But this is their prospectus. That's kind of their numbers. That's kind of what they do, biometric security. So it's an interesting offer for Robinhood investors. But I got some questions. It's interesting. I'm kind of curious, but at the same time, I'm like, So it's something for y'all to look at. But I just found it really kind of cool that they've got some new IPOs that you can look into and research. I'm not saying to invest in any of this stuff. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. I wouldn't be anybody's financial advisor. I'm just a guy on the internet. So, but there's one of their IPOs, and then here is the one that I'm interested in when it loads. Duolingo. The Duolingo is the app that you see on the app stores for Android and iPhone. It's the language learning app. So I'm definitely interested in this one because I use this app a little bit. I mean, I don't use it very often, but I do use it every now and then, and it's handy. I mean, you will actually learn something using it. So it's a pretty neat app. I don't really know nothing about it, so I'm kind of curious. And again, it makes me want to look into it more. But they filed their prospectus, but they haven't updated to where you can actually look into the prospectus yet. And they haven't set their price ranges or their final prices. They ain't even set the IPO date. They just said that they're going to IPO at a later date. So, and then we'll go right here into the read more. And this is the basic description. Duolingo offers 40 languages to roughly 40 million active users. And blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, well, so that's Duolingo. That's pretty well the wrap up. And I just kind of wanted to pull these up and show y'all kind of what's going on the Robinhood IPO access. So it's actually pretty interesting. We've got some new companies to look at. So I just thought y'all would want to know about it. And with that being said, I'm going to end the video. So I will talk to y'all later. Have a good one.